Isn't that the best? If you want to learn how to quieten these down a little bit, watch the next couple of minutes. So the first step is just to take your toy apart, basically. Just go through, carefully open it up and try not to break anything as you go. Surprisingly, this toy was a little bit difficult to get to. I had to take a lot of screws out and there's a lot of moving parts in there, which sort of caught me by surprise. But all the toys basically work the same way. You're just going to eventually find a speaker in there with a couple of wires going to it, and you just want to cut one of those wires that go to the speaker. Then I just need to trim the edges of those wires with a pair of wire strippers. You've got to be really careful because on kids' toys they use the cheapest, thinnest wire that you can find, and then we can bridge that connection with a resistor and that will lower the volume. So about 6 months ago I bought these online, just off of eBay, maybe $6 or $7, and there's, I don't know, 500 or 600 resistors in here, all different values, and basically I'm just going to go through, find one that limits the amount of power that goes to the speaker to the right amount and makes it nice and quiet. So a little bit of trial and error here to see which one I'm going to use. To see which resistor I'm going to use, I'm literally just going to test a few and see which one gets the right volume. That's 220 ohm and that's far too quiet, so I'll find something a bit weaker. Okay, so after a little bit of trial and error, I found out that the 100 ohm resistor is the way to go. It brings it down to about 50 decibels, which is about 20 less than it was before. So here's the wire coming from the speaker, and I've got, if you can see here, just a little resistor. I've made a loop in one of the legs, and I'll just put it through here, twist that over, and that's ready to be soldered. This is just a little Christmas toy that comes out once a year. I don't need to do a fantastic job on this. It just needs to go in there, it'll be soldered, and it won't come apart. So no complaints about how bad the electronics work is here. And just to make sure everything's working, and we should be able to hear it now. Much quieter. So I'll just wrap it up in some tape and then put it back together. So after taking them all apart, doing the same thing to the reindeer and Santa, I've managed to drop it. I tested it on my phone. I've dropped it from about 70 decibels down to about 55. So that's the difference between someone, I don't know, say you're standing in the middle of the street listening to traffic, or someone just talking to you in a normal conversation. So it's a big, big difference. It probably doesn't translate well over a YouTube video, but when your son's waving this in your face at 6 AM, it's going to be very different. And no loss of sound quality like you would get if you just put sticky tape over the speaker. That's an easier way of doing things, but it sort of muffles it, which doesn't sound so good. So, have a Merry Christmas.